Sprue Town here, and this time we've got Fireforge's Forgotten Worlds Northmen Rabble. I've been liking the idea about having some peasants enraged and all that as part of the gangs or war troops or your rank and file. And this is sure a nice illustration, gives you the mood and makes you feel, yeah, that's it. That's who I want in front of my troops. And nice. On the back you've got some good examples of painted up figures. Look at that. Looks like lots of options for mixing and matching. Turn them into a space squad down below the ash wastes. Look at that, that's nice. There's one with a nice beard too. And the basket and all that goodies. Alright, see what's inside. Yeah, I think this really adds color to a forest, army, or war band. Oh, look at that. Alright. We've got... Oh, that's better. We've got some nice bases, round ones and square ones for rank and file or for war banding, however you want to play it. Nice. And we've got 3 sprues the same. Look at that. Very nice. So yeah, it's nice and packed in there. Not too much air. Pretty good. And here we go. These heads do fit nicely on all of them. They have a nice look to them. Really medieval, the cowls, the women. You get a couple women. They're actually women's bodies, so that's nice, well defined. Here's arrows. Here is a one-armed pitchfork, which was good. So you can see some of these heads do have some pretty decent expression. They are nice. Let's look at that. One-armed pitchfork, stash of arrows for the side, one-armed scythe, and these were good. Here's like a water bucket with a hand, and the handle fits by little notches, which is great. You can see that. So that slots right in there. And I used it trying to get a little motion from the angle of that I glued it together. I'll show you that later. And then this is a nice touch. It had a basket that the arm's holding. Here's a single arm, right arm with an axe. Here we go. Here's what I found to be real fidgety and a pain trying to figure out. It was the two-handed fork. And here's a shovel for the shoulder. Here's a hand that's got to go somehow on these. I think that's what it was just everything is, you got to go 1, 2, 3, and if you don't have it right, so that's that. The bodies are nice, I found. They have a nice flow to their cloaks. Good hard plastic, not much cleanup. They're different. See, there's the female body. Another two-handed tricky fork, pitchfork. Another field weapon. Here's your arms. Here's the other bodies. And the backs of those. So they're pretty clean sculpts, not too overloaded with detail. Should be easy enough to paint, and probably a lot of character will be drawn out of the painting of the figures. Here we go, another two-armed, or is it the same? The bodies. We're getting down to the bottom of the sprue. We've got what we looked at before, I guess. Okay, here we go. Towards the bottom. And you can do the archers. The archers work out real good. But dry fit those too. The other nice thing about this kit was the torches. They really look pretty good in the crowd scene. And what's that? There's one of the arms. Here's some of the hand weapons. Here's the crook and flail. Two-handed. Couldn't get that to work. Try again. Two-handed side. And the arms, yes. And here's the single arm weapons. You get a sword. Another farm weapon. This was nice touch. The broom, but unfortunately again, it's two-handed. Arm for the bow. The bow archers are nice when you put them together. I enjoyed those. So here's some of the archer's arms. Here's those torches up close. And you can paint those nicely. You got a pickaxe. Here's your bow, another sickle. And your arms. Different arms for, say, your holding of an arrow. And these were neat. These are ponytails that fit on the back of the heads. And these ponytails here go on the back of certain heads. And you can tell that by the notches in the back. And so those are your options for the ponytails. They glue in nicely, but I'd use super glue if you don't want to have them get knocked off or something. So, or even a little bit of epoxy putty. That's a good welder. But they are tiny, and they do stick in. It's a good slot. So, that's the sprue. And so, I'll be back and show you what I did with them and how I put them together. So here's 10 of the folk rabble all put together. Show you what I did with them. And let's zoom in a little. And here they are. Nice. I chose a couple women for the archers. They're really nice, pretty simple to put together. Make sure you're flush. But if you look, they look pretty nice. Here is another guy. He's got the torch and the pickaxe. Nice hood, nice mustache. They went together nicely. Guy with a scythe and a torch. They look good when they're assembled in a group that way. And another side. Sickle in his hand. Another one with a sword. This was fun. This is that water bucket I showed you. So I was thinking maybe I'd put some gravel in it or something. Or maybe some kind of supposedly liquid fire or something like that, just to make her more menacing. And so these guys are kind of wonky with their one-armed, long-poled weapons. And here's one there. Nice little pose, nice figure. You get a lot of combinations. So I'm real happy with the set. And here we go, an arm with the pitchfork and another torch. I like the torches. This one was good. Lady with the basket. I gave her a sword, nice curved sword. And I made a little head that goes in the basket. So she looks like she's kind of a wild villager collecting heads on the battlefield. And the back of these guys are pretty nice. You can see. They won't be too difficult to paint, but all this cloth gives you options to individualize them even better. So, and that's it for the Fireforge folk rabble. I will eventually down the road here get another set because they are very versatile. And just as a little extra goodie, I did, as an extra little kick, I found these guys work really nice also for Stargrave or some of the new games that are coming out for 28mm space. Ooh, she's having a hard time focusing. There we go. And so as far as Stargrave or something went, I went ahead and converted a couple. And they worked out pretty good. I figured they're going to be like cultists. So it's a really flexible kit. And it works with Warlord, works with a couple different companies, and certainly works with all of Osprey's stuff. So I thought these came out pretty nice. I'm working on two sets. I'm going to do a cultist group like this, and then I've got a whole Planet of the Apes chimpanzee set from a couple of the mercenary kits. But anyways, Fireforge's Folk Rabble, great to have, great to get. I'll see you on the next one, and thank you for watching Sprue Town.